Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Caffeinated or Die, your morning brew with myself, Matt, my two best friends, Zach and Tay. I gotta get it since I'm not introducing us with our normal names that we use. I really gotta get a better intro for us. I really do. I pride myself on my introductions, god damn it, and just saying welcome to the morning brew with Matt, Zach, and Tay. I mean, god damn it. How's it go?
Actually, use my name.
But it is so ingrained in me as soon as I hit the live button, Taylor, that Tay is there. It's there in the forefront.
What can I say? But hey, you're welcome for the nickname on you I've bestowed.
Oh, you didn't bestow that on me. I had that way before I met you guys.
So, before we get started, because we have a bunch of stuff to talk about today, mainly free speech, Steven Crowder, and other things. But let's say hello to the chat. Sarah is here. She says, hello, my handsome, which, of course, she is talking about me.
Me,
No.
obviously. I mean, let's be realistic here. It's obviously me. She wouldn't call you handsome, not when she's seen me.
No.
Not when she's seen the glory that is me.
You mean your pubic hair beard? I'm pretty sure she's talking about you.
Look, all I want you... just you can say whatever you want and think whatever you want, but let's be honest here. She knows what the fuck's up.
Yeah, I am hot as shit. Good morning, Rez.
She wants that pubic hair beard all over her pubic bits.
And Mitzi is here as well. Scott,
So
no
does Mitzi.
problems. Scott, no problems in here. He says good evening, which I don't know if it's actually nighttime for him or if he's actually just riffing on me for the fact that I put PM in my tweet for an AM show. So there's possibility.
You are a dumbass.
Tom Leach is here. Holy crap, he's awake for COD. Mad Women Muses Media accuses us of stealing her channel or her show name. Maddie, we've talked about this. I had it first.
What the fuck is going on?
She's joking. It's called banter.
Yeah.
Vin is here. How's it going, Vin?
And so just called both you guys out.
Oh, she's lying. It's fine. And Vin is here. How's it going, Vin? And damn alien.
Tell Vin, or I can tell myself, Vin, I actually do that. It's like a fucking Brillo pad, son. I mean, I can scrub the grime off anything. Look, I've made Sparky semi-tires fucking sparkle. And you know how fucking semi things get, man.
Well, I don't drive a truck, so
They get nasty. They get nasty.
You could use his beard to scrub the inside of your floodplain there.
If you were to take my beard and plate it together, it's actually armor. It's armor. Like it's bulletproof.
oh my god,
Your
Oh my
beard.
God,
Wait a second.
If you take the hairs, right, and you weave them together and put them around a bullet before you put it in the jacket, it actually makes armor piercing. I mean, it's pretty intense. Pretty intense.
So what you're saying is you have beard link armor.
Yeah. See, what I do is I'll take long, flat slats of wood, right, and I'll just take strands of my own beard and put it around the edge, and it makes a monomolecular edge.
Maddie actually says she had a show called The Morning Brew that started over a year and a half ago.
That's funny because this show started about a year and a half ago too.
Did it really? Have we been doing
Damn
this
near.
show for a year and a half? Jesus Christ.
Yep, damn near.
I know nothing.
I call plagiarism.
I'm like Jon Snow.
Well, with your goddamn beard, you could be in the Black Watch.
You have no idea.
Or Night Watch. What is it? Night Watch, right?
Things I've seen. The things I have refused to see. My word.
Oh man. And speaking about flood, yeah, I got horror stories to tell you guys when we get into it.
All right. Well, let's talk about flood, shall we? I got put on blast yesterday. Did you guys know this?
I was aware.
You were aware.
I knew and just silently turned around and walked the fuck away.
Wow.
Well, okay. Do we want to talk about this first because it's a long topic, or do we want to pimp someone's new merch out?
No, we can talk about this. That's fine.
Okay. Raz says, longer than a year and a half. I've been watching Hell for the Guildless for just over 2 years, and COD was one of the first shows that he watched. Wow, I've been doing this a long ass fucking time. All right. Okay, so
Do you hate yourself yet?
No.
Number one show, the longest running show on Help for the Guildless.
Number one. Well, yeah, it is the number one longest running show on Help for the Guildless. God damn it. This was a show I started on a whim. All right. Good morning, Jake. So, do you want me to bring like the original tweet up?
I mean, it's your show.
Oh, fuck.
I'm just saying, there's like I said, there's fucking 3 different goddamn tweets that he put me out on blast.
Yeah. Oh, Matt.
Yes, sir.
There is one thing that I've been noticing that I worked around on mine, OBS, but I can help you later on set the Hangouts backgrounds for the around our icons and the actual ring that goes out. Go transparent to where you won't see it, and blend. It's like a PNG file, so you don't have a rectangle box. I can do that later on for you.
That sounds cool.
It's actually real easy.
Good morning, Dragoneth. Hate, lol, I guess. Maddie says, I had 2 shows, The Morning Brew, which was morning news show, and Coffee Talk, a discussion. I remember seeing links about your links in Penn's Discord about Coffee Talk. Discussion and debate show, however, being homeless for 7 months, cut that short. I'm planning on raving it up again. I am sorry you were homeless for so long. That is horrible.
I feel you, man. I feel you.
So we were, Zach and I, before Taylor jumped in, were talking about, on Discord, what term Rollins was using. On blast is the best we can put it, because he retweets me 3 different times. It technically could be considered punching down.
You should probably explain who Michael Rollins is for those who don't follow that particular line of thought.
Well, let me bring up the tweet first. There we go. Mikey Rollins. If you are a fan of my videos, I've talked about him a couple of times. My normal account, I am blocked by him because I'm funnier than him. Zach is blocked by him because he's funnier than him. And
I was blocked by Michael Rollins roughly 1 week after I joined Twitter. I don't know why, because I actually got along with him fairly well for a while.
You're funnier than him.
I was told it was block bots.
It's possibly that too. I was actively blocked by him. But I
actually inquired via personal contacts as to why I was blocked, and it was block bots because I followed people like Sargon and others.
Well, he can unblock you.
Yeah, but I wasn't worried about it.
Anyway, he is part of the Christy Winners hate mob.
I don't know if he is anymore.
Well, I haven't been following up on it. I know Kevin Logan and her are still doing their thing.
Well, yes. I don't, like I said, Rollins, I know he's still active in that community, but I don't know if his, what's the word we're looking for here? I don't know if he has as much clout as he used to, I guess is the best way to put it.
Probably not.
He's kind of, I haven't heard much come from his direction in a while. Now, on the other hand, the Winters group does tend to eat itself, or not eat itself, it's probably a poor way to put it. They do tend to do a lot of intense self-policing.
Well, I know Tim Blake basically got ousted by them.
Yes, that's what I'm talking about. They do a lot of that, and it doesn't always go over well. So it could have been something along those lines. It could not. I mean, I honestly don't know.
Vin asks also, who is that girl you said was as edgy as me? I don't know. I don't know who she is. She responded to one of the tweets that Rollins put out that I had no problem coming back against. I want to point out that for someone who has 4,300 followers, the pushback that I got was mainly from two people. Like, there's a bunch of people liking things that were said about me and things and assumed about me, but not necessarily getting pushback from people. Like, his tweet doesn't have, like, this 31 replies on here is basically me responding to one person. So, but Michael Rollins is part. Like we said, we don't know if he's part of the hate group anymore, but he was part of that group. I've talked about him a couple of times. There is a good chance he's not, because he went on stage with Sargon, I think, at Mythicist, and actually had a conversation.
Was it debating against him though? I mean,
yes.
Well,
But there were a bunch of pictures afterwards with him and Sargon having beers together.
Yeah, that probably didn't go over well, frankly.
Yeah, probably not. I mean, that's why they ousted Lacey Green, too. That, and she's getting railed by Chris Raygun. But, you know.
Well, it also doesn't help that she stopped being super feminist and instead was like, maybe we all suck.
Yeah. So, he puts out a tweet that said, "Why would anyone want to defend this man?" And it's a tweet of Steven Crowder, one of his old jokes from 2016, 3 years ago. If a feminist is raped in a forest and no one is around to hear it, is she still heinously unattractive?
Depends. Is Anita Sarkeesian? Because I would put dick in Anita Sarkeesian.
He is not specifically talking about Anita Sarkeesian. He is talking about, intersectional third wave feminists as a whole.
Oh, a lot of them aren't attractive. But
Yeah.
Anita Sarkeesian, look, she can call me a garbage human all night long. I'm not going to worry about it.
Really quick, Tom does point something out, and in response to what we said about Chris Raygun railing Lacey Green, he says, whoa, we all know deep down Chris is getting railed by her.
That's also possible.
It is possible.
He is big on the old sex toy thing. I mean, that could be how it's going down.
So we all know that Steven Crowder is a comedian. Yes?
I find it to be a very good one. That's not everyone's opinion, but yeah.
Yes, but we understand that his title is not only, conservative YouTuber, but he is a comedian.
Hang on, I got the perfect answer for that, and that's one I know Dragonoff will do. Who's Steven Crowder?
I'm gonna hurt you, Sparky. You don't know. God damn it! It's not. Don't pull a Kadunt.
No. I was pulling a Dragonoff. Dragonaff. Because he knows it's true.
See, he says he knows who Steven Crowder is, but
that wasn't the point.
Stop fucking sparkying jokes. God damn it, Taylor.
I wasn't sparkying. You sparkied that joke.
The second a joke comes out of your mouth, Taylor, it's been sparkied. This is a fact. There's nothing you can do about that. That is in your nature, ingrained within you.
It is inbred in your DNA.
Whoa, inbred. I didn't. I apologize, Sparky. I didn't realize it was like that. I mean, that would explain a shit ton, but I didn't realize it was like that, and I apologize.
It would explain why he's like 7'9", can lift 250 pounds. He has retard strength, dude.
Because he's actually. Oh no! He's actually. Oh no!
Okay.
Why did we go there?
I'll correct my mistake. Just give me one quick second.
Now I feel bad.
Okay, so we all know Crowder is a comedian. We know this for a fact. You may not like his jokes. You may not like his humor. You may not like anything he does. You may not even like his views.
Do you know what else he is?
Fucking funny?
A dirty goddamn Canadian.
Well, yeah. But,
I didn't know
but, he, oof.
He's better than that. I mean,
Yeah, he's
not that that's an achievement.
but he is an American. He is an American citizen now. So we can't. I mean, he may have been born in the fake country, but he is now in a real country.
He's a card-carrying American citizen, no less. And by card, I mean a Walter.
Yes. So it doesn't matter if you don't like what he has to say. It is a fact that he is a comedian. So you can look at this tweet and see that it is a joke. Now, if you want to be super offended, like most of the people that looked at that, yes. Bless you.
Damn. Did you blow your mic out?
I'm fine.
Getting some of those demons out, are we?
It's allergy season.
So, for you, it's always allergy season.
Well, if it's not allergy season, it's head cold season.
All right, it's either allergy season when it gets into summertime or any Pizza Hut that he walks into.
No, that's a different kind of allergy that doesn't come out the nose.
So, we get Ian, which is Ian the Septic, not Skeptic, says, "Is this what passes as conservative intellectuals these days?" You know, because conservatives cannot... conservatives apparently cannot be funny.
Oh, I thought you meant in the chat. I was excited for a second. But it's just a tweet you're talking about.
Yes.
Well, now I'm sad.
And then Melissa Taylor says conservative quote-unquote intellectuals don't even try anymore to make convincing arguments. They just say what they think will anger their opponents the most. Do you see the problem with these two tweets right here? And why I state what I state afterwards?
I don't know why you state what you state afterwards, so...
Because they're taking it seriously. They're taking it as this is his view, that this is what he believes. This is exactly what he's stating. So I say, guys, this was a joke. Even if you don't like it, it's an obvious joke.
How dare you tell them they can't like something?
Alex, I'd take out of context for 500.
It's only okay when we do it, god damn it.
Yes, I understand that. I'm sorry. I will let you do it as often as possible.
That's right, but only not with a man.
Yes, I am a Crowder fanboy. I am not going to deny that. I enjoy Steven Crowder. Out of all of the people I subscribe to on YouTube, when his videos come up, he is the first person I will click on.
I have never seen a single Ladder with Crowder episode. And if you believe that, socialism's a great idea!
Bernie!
What?
You're not supposed to come on until next week.
They said I was allowed to come on right now. They said this was the way it was happening.
No.
They said if I were to come on, I could talk about socialism.
No.
Of course! I can't talk about that now. This is what the conservatives want you to believe. Of course! Look at the history. It says so right there. Of course!
Taylor.
That was
why?
my terrible
Taylor.
Cenk Uyghur impression.
Taylor, why did you let in the big 500-pound buffalo?
That was my terrible Cenk Uyghur impression. As you can see, I don't watch Ladder with Crowder.
No, so yes, I will say I'm definitely
in
a
fact,
fanboy.
Not only do I not watch Ladder with Crowder, I'm too broke to join Mug Club, which is $99 for regular people and $69 a year for students and veterans. Do not go to ladderwithcrowder.com and join Mug Club today.
Hashtag Mug Club.
Don't hashtag Mug Club. We're not Crowder fans here.
Hashtag Mug Club.
Down with Crowder. He's terrible. Don't do that. Remember, you cannot and you should not buy any socialism or figs merchandise because it's bad.
I don't think you can right now.
Yeah, you can't. I mean, sure, you can buy knockoff versions, which I might.
So, okay, let's go down to Chorizo Oh No.
Oh no.
Now, I know... See, Zach, I know you remember this. Taylor, I know you remember this. Sarah, I know you remember this. Because you were on that stream. Do we all remember Jacob Navo?
I mean, I'm still waiting for him to show up and shoot me.
Yeah, I don't think that's ever going to happen. But we remember his idea of jokes, right? Which were kind of statements.
Yeah.
And then going, see, that's funny. Let's scroll down here. Oof, what is it? What does that say? That says, at Help for the Guildless is a convicted pedophile.
I was unaware.
I'm not.
Oh, that's good. I was nervous for a second there.
But this is not a joke. Now, Zach, you and I were talking beforehand. If I were to respond to this and say, I'm not, this is horrible, why would you accuse someone of that? The response would be what?
Oh, I thought it was just a joke. What's wrong now? Or I thought it was all just comedy. Hypocrite.
Which then I would have to actually come up with a pedophile joke about myself and go, this is a joke. What you said was a statement. Two different things.
Just easy. The joke was what your dad did to you when you were a kid. Too soon?
I don't know. What did Chorizo's dad do to him when he was a kid?
Well, there's a reason he refers to himself as the sausage.
Oof.
Alright. That was fucking stab him. There's no fucking hope for you now. Fucking die in a hole.
So, needless to say, I got into basically a day-long conversation that I tried to quit about halfway through. Even going so far as saying, what you have done, Zach, what I have done. I don't know if Taylor's done it yet, but going, look, I have a show on Sunday morning. If you really have an issue with this, if you really want to keep talking to me because I have other things I have to do, hit me up in DMs. We'll set it up. You can come on and we can actually have a conversation. Guess who has not DM'd me about anything?
Anyone?
Any of the people that have been talking.
Well, of course not. I mean, that stands to reason, though.
I know. They don't have any actual viewpoints. There was a point in this conversation that I copy and pasted the same fucking thing for 6 different people.
Well, hold on. You're missing a very important point for this. And I'm serious. I really think...
Did we... I think we lost him.
And Zach, come back. Don't go towards the light.
No, Zach, stay away from the light. Stay away from the light, sir. All right. Apparently, he has been lost to time. Hopefully, we'll get back.
Lost in space.
Hopefully, we'll be able to get him back, and he can.
Hello?
Welcome back.
Is anybody there? I'm over here talking about the best way to redistribute the wealth back to the 99%. I'm in my 3rd mansion right now, making everything look pretty. Where did I leave off?
You cut out almost immediately, sir.
Great. What I was saying is that they work on a system of no platforming. You're not allowed to have a place to speak your views because your views are not their views. In fact, your views are anathema to their views. And allowing you to speak is just spreading your views, so they will not do it. They'll talk to you on Twitter because it's a written format where they can report you and get rid of you. It's a lot harder to do things to you when it's on a taped format like this where it's live broadcasting. They don't do as well with that kind of shit. And it's harder to get rid of you afterwards because you can just remove the stream if you really want to. So they don't do that. They refuse. That's part of their rhetoric. If you go and you listen to any of Christy Winter's Patreon streams or anything like that, or you listen to what's his face? Fucking
Kevin Logan?
Yeah, there we go. If you listen to Logan at all talk, you'll hear it. They don't want to have conversations with you unless you have a suitable reach. Logan's probably the one exception to that rule. Logan will go and he'll debate with just about anybody. But that's because, he does. I mean, as far as I know, Logan's a true believer in most of what he preaches. He's also a big fan of just having a good time and being a cunt, like most edgelords are. I mean, technically, if you really go watch Kevin Logan stuff, he's a feminist edgelord.
Yeah, I've seen him on live streams where he's not doing his normal stuff, and he is pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. He can be very funny, but when he's
not being a feminazi, he's funny.
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see him do this. Oh. Well.
What happened now?
Well, Roland's basically, here, I'll bring it up. Apparently, I'm not getting notifications when he retweets my shit.
Yeah, there's a couple guys that have tapped me before, and I think it's some sort of setting they have. I called out one guy who was doing it, and he turned it off. So I started getting his shit.
Okay, so this is me defending. I was going to bring this conversation up, but it's fine. So this is little Mikey Rowland's paraphrasing. It says, guys, it's a joke and it's super funny. See, now I want to state something. Not
I don't think
once.
you actually said that it was super funny. I think you said it was just a joke.
Yeah, not once in any conversation that I've had with people on this did I state that I thought this was funny. Me personally, I didn't think it was funny. It's way low-hanging fruit. You know, it's not even a good pun. It's just, you know, there's a slight swerve in the joke, but that's about it. Guys, it's a joke. It's super funny. Why? Well, it just is. Again, never said it. Explain why. Because it is. You just don't get it. Explain why it's funny. You're obviously just not smart enough to get it. Explain. So now I have to go back and show this idiot RJW. So give me.
Well, that's a Roland's camp tactic. They like to use that one where they'll take something you said, and then take it dramatically out of context and add to it until it's an absurdity, and then attribute it to you. And unfortunately, because of the way their echo box works, that's exactly what it's going to be.
Yeah. Okay. So here's RJW. Let me bring it up. RJW, I don't get it. Can you explain the joke to me? So, this is sea lining. I had to look that fucking term up. It's Lauren Southern was doing it when she was with Rebel Media. A lot of the people who are on the cringe channels who do interviews, they do this. They ask like they don't understand something when they obviously do, and it's to try and get the other person heated and riled. Unfortunately, I know this tactic. I said, even if you don't like it, you do not get to determine what humor is or not. Hey, who have we said this about before? Except it was content creation with that. His intention was humor, not directed at you, and thus it is a joke. RJW, I don't get it. Explain why it is funny, please. It is the intent that is what makes it a joke. I'm sorry you don't get it. Okay, what is the intent? To disparage feminists or women in general, or making light of sexual assault by making it about physical... Oh, that's another thing. They went far away from it making fun of feminists to just being about rape. If you can explain why this is funny, please go ahead.
Oh, that's because all women are feminists. And if you're not a feminist, then you're not a woman.
I really don't have to. The joke isn't mine. You don't think it is funny. That is fine. You already understand the implication of what the joke is saying. I don't need to explain it. You want me to defend something that is objective. Sorry, don't need to. Am I wrong? He knows. I know that he knows what the joke is. He's trying to get me to say, well, this is why it's funny. I'm not him. I can't say why he doesn't think it's funny. So he continues on with, so you cannot say why this joke is funny, though. Or funny, thought not. Here we go. The crux of the issue. I never said it was funny, did I? I said you don't get to determine what people think is humorous or not. His response. All I'm asking is for an explanation as to why some people would find this funny. So far, I haven't received an answer.
I mean, I could give an explanation so some people might find that funny.
Please, enlighten us.
It's a pretty simple explanation. Some people really despise feminists in all shapes and forms, so any joke that has a feminist as the butt of the joke, they find funny. I mean, I can't stand feminazis. I don't find every joke about them funny because some of them just aren't funny to my sense of humor. But there are people who will find any joke involving a feminist funny.
Yeah.
It doesn't make them bad people? To an extent, yeah. Because they're so stuck in their ways they can't at least know what a good joke is. But the point is, it's still a joke that some people would find funny. Not saying that we are those people, just that some people would like them.
Oh, that's a very good explanation. See, I wish you would have had that. I would have been able to state it that way. So he says, so far I haven't received an answer. I said, because you're asking me to speak for other people, and I can't do that because I am not them. RJW responds with, if you defend something by saying it's an obvious joke and proceed to not to be able to answer why it is funny, why defend it in the first place?
Again, he just kind of brazed over what you were trying to say.
Well, this is moving the goalposts, Sparky.
Yeah, I know.
I've given him answers. I have refuted what he has said every single time, and it's just one more thing. So I respond with, I can see the intent of what he said as a joke. I don't have to find it funny to see it was intended as a joke. It is not one or the other. RJW, how do you know it was intended as a joke? Have you asked him to explain it? Which you have told me to do. I said, I have not asked you to explain this joke. I said, you do not get to determine what humor is for everyone else. You didn't find it funny. I am not telling you have to find it funny. You are telling others they can't find it funny. RJW, I'm not telling anyone anything. All I'm asking is for an explanation as to why this obvious joke is funny because I don't get it. You don't have to. Humor is subjective. What is funny to some is not funny to others. Not understanding the joke does not make it not a joke. It doesn't get any better. If you notice, this is a fucking tennis match. I understand the words, the intent, and the subtext just fine. I don't understand why it is funny. Why it is funny humor is... I don't understand why it is funny. No punctuation. Humor is subjective, yes.
Matt, I said the other day, when you started on this whole roll, that if you go ahead and shove your face into a big gay fire ant nest, it doesn't cure you or the big gay fire ant nest of cancer. You just still have cancer. The big gay fire ant nest has cancer. Now you got big gay boils all over your face from where the fire ants shoved their asses into you.
You could put it that way, I guess.
All I'm saying is that when you step in and put your genitals on top of an anthill, you...
And he cut out again. God damn it.
That's an inopportune time to cut out.
Damn, Alien wants to know where the snow puppy came in. Okay, so the snow puppy thing is me just messing around with Zach. Not necessarily trying to insult him. I just wanted to call him a big gay snow puppy. Yeah, apparently his connection is being rather,
Janky
this
God
morning.
Damn it!
Yeah, Pastor Hank kind of cut out there.
And what'd you miss?
Well, you got to the point of putting genitals on top of a fire ant's nest, and then you...
Yeah. Look, the bottom line is that if you put your genitals on a fire ant nest, you're just gonna get a dick covered in ant bites. All right. That's all you get. So, like, on the one hand, I agree with you. You know, no one gets to determine what a joke is. On the other hand, though, come on, Matt. You fucking knew this wasn't gonna go anywhere. You knew you weren't gonna change any hearts or minds. You knew this wasn't good. These guys rabidly hate people like you. They rabidly hate people like me. They rabidly hate people like Crowder. They're not gonna change anything. It's the world's worst echo box. It's worse than our hug box right here. And this is quite the hug box.
It is.
I mean, Matt's been hugging my balls for the last hour.
No, that was the hooker.
With his mouth.
That is the
hook. With his mouth.
That's the hooker you hired that looks like me, which was really weird.
I've been balls deep in Matt for the last hour and a half. One up, baby, one up.
God damn it. All right, I want to get to this point with RJW's conversation because it's very important. Very important. We've already brought up that they like to twist your words, right? We've brought this up. There's an example of it. I'm gonna have to find the example of it, but there's an example of it. So, RJW says, I think people should be able to explain why these jokes with racist, sexist, homophobic, and transphobic connotations are funny, but alas, it seems I will be forever disappointed. I respond, again, let me be clear. I'm starting to take on your fucking traits, goddammit. Let me be clear.
Wait, whose traits?
Yours.
Where?
The whole let me be clear thing.
Let me be clear. Don't get it twisted. We'll see how pretty your face is after my fist has kissed it.
That was a great rap battle, by the way.
That needs to be a
shot. They did so poorly. I know. Quick segue here. I love epic rap battles of history, but with the whole Hillary versus Donald rap, they showed their colors way too hard in that one. I was just not happy about that. I feel like they've gone downhill since.
Are you talking about because they didn't slap Hillary?
Yeah, I mean, it was obvious whose side they were on.
Well, okay. If you listen to the lyrics, they're still just as mean to Hillary as they were to Donald. The difference the difference is that they just didn't slap Hillary. Now, I understand why they didn't slap Hillary, because if they would have done that with the situation and the environment that we're in right now in YouTube, it would have been flagged down like crazy. Not to mention
I just got invited to a cult.
Did you?
I got invited to a cult. Yeah. Somebody's like, "Hey guys, I'm leader of a cult. I didn't even know." Bow before my mic because somebody's accusing them of being a cult. And I said, "Man, I never get invited to cults." And they were like, "You can come to mine. We have alcohol and dancing." And I'm like, "Sex? That's a hard line for me, you know. If the cult doesn't have sex involved, I'm not interested. There better be at least one fertility rate a year. I'm out." To which they said, "Of course sex is involved." And of course, you guys know my reply. "At first, you had my curiosity. Now, you have my erection."
God.
What up? What up? What up?
All right. So I said, again, let me be clear. I never stated the joke was funny. I defend the joke as a joke. You are making a lot of assumptions about me because you don't like that it is a joke. So we get to Matt C. Brown, who comes in. You're violating people's ears.
And?
I'm just saying.
Hold on. Stop a second. Let me read this chat here. Vort and Maddie, do you know what show you're watching? Jake, too? Do you guys know where you're at? This is Caffeinated or Die. Do you know what I had for breakfast? I had leftover Domino's pizza and a Coca-Cola.
Yeesh.
Later, I'm gonna violently shit myself. Yes, but right now, I'm just loud and proud, baby.
All right, so
somebody kill Sparky right now. Somebody drag him outside and put a bullet in the back of his head.
All right, calm down there, Senator Sanders. We decided that you were going to stay if you decided to behave.
I'm sorry. I'm calm now. I'm calm.
Okay. So Matt C. Brown comes in and says, you keep stating it is a joke without explaining how it's a joke. You want us to simply believe you can divine the author's intent. Now, I've already talked about this. I already said that why it was a joke. So this person, of course, is not paying attention.
But aren't they doing the same thing?
Yes. Okay, so because you know who Crowder is, and you know his content, the intent of a comedian is to make jokes. Crowder is a comedian. Now, this is the best. This is the worst example that this person could give. Matt C. Brown comes in and says, I'm a comedian. I walk into a room where there are 100 people and say, fags should be shot. 20 people crack up. Was it a joke? What was my intention? I said, I don't know. You're the comedian, and I cannot speak for you. So, his response, but you're speaking for Crowder. No, I'm not. Crowder has said it was a joke, so I have to go off of that as his intent. You said you told the joke. I would defend your joke as well. What you intend for it is on you, not me. Now, I'm not going to get into any more because he starts being stupid. But later on, I don't know if I'll be able to find it, but later on in this, he basically says that I said that I supported a joke where gay people should be shot. Like, he twisted the words around completely. And when I pointed out that he was the one that made the example, that he said he did that, he went quiet. So it's been a very interesting, very interesting couple of days. Now, I don't want to. I mean, I'm on okay terms with her, I guess. Her name is Dammit Sally. Her and I started talking, and she kept her very first question is, "Do you think rape jokes or do you think rape is funny?" So let me state. I'm going to put it out there for everybody. Zach thinks rape is funny.
Huh?
I'm kidding.
No, I mean, go ahead, continue. I'll debate you on this.
No. I was just...
I mean, I think it's funny when it's pandas.
Pandas? You think panda rape is funny?
Yeah, dude. They basically have to rape these things just to get them to have more kids. Like, look, I'm not trying to be a dick here, but that's kind of funny. Like the pandas are a dying breed, and we're just so big on keeping them alive that we're basically hiring serial panda rapists to ensure that they procreate properly. Like, just let the pandas go already. Let them fucking die. I mean, like if any species that goes, I could get laid, or I could have bamboo. Get laid, bamboo. Fuck it, man. Ping's going for the bamboo. You deserve to die out as a species at that point. Like, you've made your choices. I mean, look, it's like this. So Matt, right? You're sitting there, and your girl is all dressed up, right? And by dressed up, I mean she is not really all that dressed. She's wearing a little a red and black lacy top, little silver chains all over the place, you know. She's got little musical bracelets and shit on, so she like musically chimes when she walks. She's wearing the crotchless panties. She bends over. Everything is on full display. She's dripping wet, but there's a box of fucking, Chex Mix on the counter. And you decide to eat the box of Chex Mix. At that point, Matt, you deserve to die out as a species. Your line deserves to end.
Yeah, but I would never choose the box of Chex Mix.
But that's what the fucking panda's doing. That's my point. Look, if you got Sarah and a little blue baby doll, or the box of Honey Nut Cheerios on the counter, and you choose the Honey Nut Cheerios, maybe that's the end of your line for a reason. Maybe that's how I should go. So yeah, I think panda rape's pretty funny. I'm not gonna lie. Not gonna lie.
Okay, so all right, we will accept that panda rape is funny.
I also think it's funny. I also know the rape I think is funny. So technically speaking, right, according to the third way dentist, any sort of sexual assault at this point is basically rape. So what happens when the dog humps your leg?
Well, if you're a guy, you assaulted the dog.
Well, what I do is I like it when a woman comes into the house. She's like, "Is your dog, aggressive?" "No, he's fine," and then just laugh hysterically when it starts humping her. He's not being aggressive, honey. He's being affectionate.
That stuff on your leg.
Just let it happen. Just let it occur. It's natural.
That's the stuff that ended up on your leg. That's just his show of affection.
That's exuberance.
So, basically, I want to state, and I will
use it as a toothpaste.
I will even bring up the tweet that I stated it in. I will clarify. Rape equals a horrible, vile crime, unless it's with pandas. We've already determined, so I have to make that caveat. Unless it's with pandas, panda rape is hilarious. Rape jokes, subjectively funny, depends on the person. Right? There are people who like rape jokes. There are people who don't like rape jokes. The jokes itself, they're funny. If you think they're funny. Laughing at rape victims, because that was brought up. Rape jokes are basically laughing at all of the rape victims. Except for the fact that most rape jokes I've heard are making fun of the rapist. But, we're not going to talk about that. Laughing at rape victims, not funny. So, after I state this, then they start, one of the questions is, do you think someone who has been raped would think a rape joke is funny?
Yes. I've met a number of them.
So have I. I actually dated one for 9 years. I said, my ex-girlfriend of 9 years and mother to my daughter was raped. She thought they were hilarious.
So, another of the things that the far left doesn't fully understand, and whether it's a conscious decision not to understand or a fundamental lack in their understanding, I don't know. But one of the things they just don't seem to understand is that humor is used to take the fangs out of terrible things. We use humor, humans overall use humor in comedy to take the edge off of life. So if I make a joke about getting bullied as a kid, or about, feeling inadequate in the bedroom, it's because during some point in my life, I've struggled with that kind of stuff. And it's not because I'm making fun of people who don't do sex right. It's because when I was younger, I worried that I wasn't doing sex right. When I make a joke about communists killing everybody, it's not that I'm making fun of the victims of communism, of which there are many. I'm making fun of communism and making it so it's less frightening. When I make a joke about the Holocaust and ended up with, me talking shit about German soldiers at the end of it, I'm not making fun of the Jews. Not really. I'm taking the sting out of a terrible event. So when I say, how many Jews can you fit in a Volkswagen Bug? The answer, of course, is 2 in the front, 2 in the back, and 60 in the ashtray. I'm not saying, oh my God, fuck the Jew. I'm saying, dude, this is a terrible thing. Let's laugh at it now. It's over. We can laugh. So when I say, what's the difference between a Jew and a pizza? And you respond with, the pizza doesn't scream when you put it in the oven. And I say, no, you fucking twat. It's that you can't make limited edition lampshades out of a pizza. Hold on. I'm getting yelled at. Be right back.
Yeah. So, to get
2 in the front, 2 in the back, 60
in the ashtray. That's actually pretty fucking good. So Tyler Durden jumps in, and
apparently, despite living in a ghetto, I can't say fuck.
Despite living in a ghetto, you can't say fuck?
Yeah, apparently the neighbor lady complained.
Fuck her.
My My windows are open. What can I say? Anyway, so to complete this line of joking. So, and of course, the appropriate response is me reprimanding you and saying, no. It's that you can't make limited edition lampshades complete with serial numbers out of a pizza.
Oof.
You can, of course, make them out of Jews. They come with serial numbers. And then last but not least, you follow this up, this whole horrible thing. When everybody's super upset with you, you follow go, you're right. You know what? You're right. I am sorry. Legitimately, I am sorry. No one should make fun of the Holocaust. No one should make fun of Jew jokes. I shouldn't be doing it either. I had a great uncle who actually died in a concentration camp. And inevitably, someone will go, I am so sorry for your loss. Because they do, because they feel bad now. Everyone feels mutually bad. And then you follow it up immediately with, it's not that big a deal. He fell out of a guard tower. and to some people, that's not funny. To some people, that's not funny at all. But to most people, they at least understand that these jokes aren't designed to make fun of Jews or to make fun of really anybody. They're designed to take the sting out of a terrible, terrible event in our history. Yeah, if you've actually gone and looked at the number of people killed by Nazis, it's way more than just the 6 million Jews. I mean, you're talking about a massive slaughter that happened in our history. Where literally millions upon millions of people perished due to one group's actions, due to one man's push. And it takes the sting out of that. And you need to have something take the sting out of that kind of shit. But they don't like that because they don't understand how comedy works.
With that, and they're just horrible. They're just horrible, horrible people. And I believe that I make a differentiation. There is a difference between leftists and liberals. It's not much of a difference, because when you go liberal, usually you're a regressive liberal, and then you turn into a leftist. You're able to have you can have liberal views and not be this fucking insane, but at the same time, usually, because you want to stay with your group and don't want to be eaten by them and ousted by them, you tend to start repeating what they say. So, after I say my ex-girlfriend of 9 years and mother to my daughter was raped and she thought they were hilarious, Tyler Durden jumps in with this brain nugget. I suspect she didn't. She probably played it off that way in lieu of showing her pain, sadness, and fear that came up every time her loving partner made one or some dimwit friend incapable of compassion.
Oh, so here's another little trick they like to pull, is that they like to try and make you feel guilty. And you're going to see this a lot. Anytime you deal with the whole feminazi movement, you're going to see people who are just hell-bent on making you feel guilty.
Which they have a hard time with me because I don't give a fuck about anybody I don't know.
Well, the reason they try so hard to make people feel guilty is because once you feel guilty, they now have power over you. You open the door and let them in because now you feel guilty about something that they've said. So now they have the control. If you're dealing with these kinds of people, don't ever make the mistake of feeling guilt or shame over something. It's not worth it. It's literally not worth it. It doesn't do anything for you. If you've genuinely made a mistake, solve the problem and move on. But if you're just being told, oh, they probably felt just nothing but shame and pain and misery, and they just, and they were shocked that you would say something like that to them, and they just couldn't bear to say anything about it for fear of making you upset, and then they repeat. No, that is literally a tactic to make you back off and make them feel better about themselves.
Let me be perfectly clear about this. My ex, Gwen, yeah, she was raped when she was younger. Not only did Gwen laugh her ass off at rape jokes, she made them herself. And what she told me is that she does not understand why people are so afraid of this. If you have been raped and you joke about it, it takes the sting away.
Well, you also have to remember that there's a huge difference between a survivor and a victim.
Yeah, it takes away the victimhood.
So he basically, it's just assuming things about me. I say you assume a lot for not knowing a person. Your opinion on her is wrong, and the fact that you believe you have the moral high ground on someone you know nothing about shows how idiotic and arrogant you really are. So let's see what... Oh no, I'm claiming the moral high ground because he's a moron. I'm gonna respond in real time to him, so you all can see and hear, because my keyboard.
Punch those keys harder, man.
There. Asshole.
Why would you say that, Dragonoth?
Wow, I cannot type this morning. Apparently my R key is not working.
You hit the keyboard too hard.
The R button is not working.
So Dragonoth comes back, is like, is he related to Penn? She abuses her keyboard the same way.
Why is the R button not working?
Well, it could be all that keyboard abuse.
It's you telling all those rape jokes.
Oh. Try mailing a rape joke without the R key, you motherfucker.
Damn.
How dare you talk about the Jews that way? You swine!
There.
Now we wait.
Oh, well.
Man, this dead air is real nice. Real
I
favorite shit. It's pretty awesome, you know. I just love all this dead shit air right now.
Well, you guys could have been talking while I was typing.
You said, hold on a second. Remember, folks, no matter how big and bad you are, when a 2-year-old hands you a toy phone, you fucking answer that shit.
Hey, we got Rakist in the chat.
God, there goes the neighborhood.
How's it
Yeah.
going, Ragus?
All right, property values just plummeted.
Yep.
That man's worse than one of them Jews. Not where you thought I was going with that, wasn't it?
I honestly thought the N-bomb was about to be dropped. Believe it or not.
We're already demonetized, aren't we?
Yeah, I know we're demonetized, but with some of them jokes you were making.
Some of them jokes might have been a little off color. Unlike them black people who are all about the color. Oh my word. Oh, did y'all hear about Caitlin?
Caitlin?
Bless her little heart, she's having a black baby.
Oh no.
She is gonna be having one of them little pickaninny children. My God, little mixed mulatto child.
Oh my God, I think the soul of Zell has infected Draconoth.
Actually,
no,
I know what he's talking about.
So do I, unfortunately.
Well, apparently, I'll talk about this while Matt's doing whatever the fuck he's doing. Apparently, Twitch has decided the word Naga, like the multi-armed snake demon things.
Yes.
apparently that is a racial slur people are using instead of, say, of course, the word nigger. Now, the problem is that World of Warcraft has always had some small Naga spawns here and there. And more importantly, they're apparently about to drop a Naga-themed DLC or something similar.
Oh, no.
Whereas Twitch is viciously getting rid of anyone who even mentions the word Naga with big old bans. Apparently, there is a kind of Naga that drops an OP trinket, and it's a very rare spawn. And people started noticing it. What do you mean, no? I just read this on Twitter, like, just now, Drakenath.
Night babies?
What do you mean, actually Nagas? Yeah, okay, I don't play WoW, okay? So I don't know if it's a Naga-like creature or an actual Naga. I don't know. I don't play WoW because I don't smoke crack. Anyway.
No, that's EverQuest.
It's the same bloody thing. Point being,
you're gonna get so much hate for that.
Point being, they're about to drop all this Naga stuff, or they have already possibly, and Twitch is like, nah, Naga's a bad word, like for real, my nigga. So that's some fun things happening on WoW right now. Like I said, I don't play WoW. My preferred version of crack happens to be Skyrim, Fallout 4, and Warframe.
Mine right now is MTG Arena.
I mean, it could be Warframe if somebody would get up off their ass and start a game with me.
Age of Wonders and Minecraft.
I wish I had preferred game, but I'm too fucking busy to play. So.
Well, that and your preferred console is the SNES.
Hey, there's nothing wrong.
No.
With SNES.
Sega, goddammit.
See, now you're just a piece of shit.
Sparky is this close to going Dreamcast and just watching the rest of us go, you piece of shit.
The Dreamcast was actually a decent system.
I can't find one.
Well, yeah, no, you can't. I know there's a couple places out here in Mass that have it, but they're ridiculously expensive.
Anubis, our man on the street, says he'd play Warframe, but he doesn't own a butt plug.
Oh, you're just mad because your laptop can't, because your PC can't run it.
You're not wrong.
I mean, that's how I know my laptop is a good one, because it runs Warframe with almost no lag and very little drop in frames.
That's good.
Yeah, no, it's great. So when are you gonna play Warframe? Because you promised you would and then haven't yet.
When I have time.
Well, you little shit, you have time all the time.
No, I don't.
You know, you could just do Warframe streaming instead of MTG streaming.
I didn't play MTG last night.
Or whatever, Age of Blunders.
You mean the game that you told me about that I got for free because of you?
Warframe's also free and because of me.
Yeah.
Well, you don't invite me to play Age of Wonders.
Age of Wonders is I'm playing the single player campaign.
You don't invite me to play anything. You swine.
I invited you to play MTG Arena and you bitched.
No, I didn't bitch. I got in there, I started playing, and you were like, I'm glad you know how the game works. I'm surprised. I'm like, well, I've been playing for years. All right, fine. Here's my biggest deck ever. And then you just whooped me like 4 times in a row, and it was like, well, this has been fun. Thanks. Thanks for that. I'm glad you had a good beat-em-up dummy for a while. Yeah, I feel a lot better because Misty whooped my ass the last week. Now I'm better I beat somebody. Thanks a lot, Maddie.
You know, if that ever happens again, you can always bring up the Mega Man 2 stream. Oh, Mega Man 3 stream.
I don't play Mega Man because I like real games.
No, hey, Gemini Man's level during that race fucked me hard, so I don't know what the hell happened. But not only did I die like 5 times, but I had like continued twice to do it. So yeah, I'm not the Mega Man 3 race. I got whooped.
Yeah, we are both having issues.
So
our controller decided to die at the start of the fucking race.
You know, I'll put it this way, and I'll use a Chris Rock thing. Yeah, you can play Mega Man. Yeah, you can play MTG. But can you whoop my ass? No, I didn't think so. Because in the end, it all comes down to violence.
Well, it is Mega Man. He's killing things.
I just want to point out, there's an apocalypse. I've been told that Sparky is roughly 7 feet tall. I know where I'm going for my food.
Yeah, but he's
technically he's not killing things. He's destroying things.
Thanks, rating system.
It's the same fucking thing. Yeah, but Sparky may be like 7'9", but he's like 90 pounds.
It's lean meat. Better for you.
Okay.
Speaking of lean meat that's better for you. Yesterday I was watching a ton of vegan cringe videos.
Were you?
Because I like vegan cringe videos that make me happy.
Why?
But there was one... What's that?
Why?
Because I like seeing how the other side doesn't think. Anywho, they keep using this term to describe people like myself who eat mostly meat. And the term is blood-mouthed carnist. Now, they say we're not carnivores because we don't need meat to survive. We're carnists because we eat meat for pleasure. We are murdering, raping, animal abusing, animal slaughtering, foul beasts. So they call us blood-mouthed carnists. Our mouths are full of the blood of innocent creatures who just wanted to live out their lives in peace.
You know what?
Innocent animals who are just like us and don't deserve to be murdered. And if you murder animals, then we should murder you, because that makes sense.
Fort says that's not blood, it's ketchup. You know, that term would make an amazing shirt.
It would make an amazing shirt, which is why I did a little work yesterday and made an amazing shirt. And if you want to go ahead and throw out that link, I can throw it into the chat if you want to bring it up on screen.
I already did both. Beat you to it!
Right. Well, that's because I wasn't sitting there with them already ready to click, you son of a whore. Is it on screen?
Yeah.
Because it's not on my
Can't see it,
screen.
Holly.
It's not on my screen at all. I mean, I'm looking right now. I don't see it. I'm very sad about that.
I don't have it. I don't have it in the hangout. I'm not screen sharing.
I'm waiting for it to come up on the. Oh, it'd probably help if I hit play.
Yeah, it probably would.
Whatever floats the boat. So if you actually scroll down, Matt, you can go to where it's got the sticker option, and you can show up. So the sticker shows it a little better. If you know what I'm talking about.
Yes, I got it.
Yeah, right there. So there is now a T-shirt. So, if you guys are at all, tired of vegans trying to guilt trip you and your family at restaurants, if you're sick of the anti-meat rhetoric, if you're proud of the fact that you're an omnivore, even just a straight carnivore, then you should definitely take this label the vegan should shame you with, blood mouth carnist, and with my shirt and gear, you can wear that with pride. Maybe they'll learn not to piss off the meat eaters. Right now, this shirt is 30% off for the next 2 days. So it's only $14 for the shirt. And if you know TeePublic at all, that's a really good deal. You're probably not going to get too much better. Of course, we also have hoodies, mugs, stickers, phone cases, laptop cases, the pillows, the whole shebang. So I also have a number of other designs. I have 30 designs in total. Some of them are great. Some of them are awful. But feel free to go ahead and check out that store right there. If by chance you know that I've drawn something that you don't see a T-shirt for, by all means ask, and I'll happily go ahead and make that a T-shirt just for you. But yeah, Bloodmouth Carnist. I thought that sounded so cool. Like, at no point am I ever going to be ashamed of being called that. Like, no, seriously.
That is a good term right there.
What I also don't understand is, like, why are these people, the vegans, trying to shame people like me? Like, do you think at any point in time that me, the guy who, according to your thought processes, pays someone to rape and slaughter animals so that I can then eat it and its children, is going to care about being called a blood-mouthed carnist? Clearly, I'm okay with this. One of the things I like to throw around is that you're blindly paying someone to wield the knife. No, I am fully cognizant of what I am paying someone to do. Unfortunately for them, it's delicious, and so I'll continue to do it. If gods didn't make animals out of tasty, tasty meat, they did, so I'm not sure why we should eat them.
I can't disagree with that.
There's a place for all of God's creatures, and it's right next to the mashed potatoes.
Ooh.
Oh, these people are idiots.
There's a lot of them out there. Anyways, we've been going on about your Twitter for like the last 40 minutes.
All right. Well, we were talking about vegans and bloodmouth carnists. I'm assuming you want to get to the fact that you survived Noah's flood. Is that
Oh God,
is that about
I don't
it?
know. I don't know if you can say survived or not.
Well,
Because
you're
technically,
here.
I'm here. Technically, the water is still up. After 2 fucking weeks, it is still up.
Well, you need to move out of the pond that you live in. A pond, when it rains, turns into a lake. And if it rains hard enough, it then turns into a river, and you get to watch your house float down that river.
Yeah. I got to watch it float. But all right, so the lake I live by, Grand Lake, it's supposed to be at 742. That is the lake level. Right now is at 752, and they are holding the lake at that level. There's still towns that are flooded, but they're holding the water. But I understand why they're holding the water, because, downstream's getting it just as bad. But it's like, I never, in my time living here, have seen this water stay up so long. And neither has my mother, and she's lived here since the 60s. So,
Are you planning on moving out of your lake that you live in, or are you just going to turn your house into a house, or your home into a houseboat? Like, you can put a slide on the back of it and put a little engine on the back.
No. You gotta understand one thing. You do not want to go in this water. This water is absolutely fucking nasty and putrid.
Throw some charcoal in there and it'll clean it right up.
Nope. Or it's got to take a lot more fucking charcoal. Probably a couple gallons of bleach and salt and charcoal and distilleries and shit like that.
So you're saying it is still a possibility?
No. I am going to be moving.
Are you saying that the water in your place is both toxic and alcoholic?
He is part Indian.
Well, I mean, he just said all the distilleries and everything.
No, distilled water. That's about the only way to drink it.
Never mind. I thought we were going somewhere fun with this. Never mind.
Yeah. No.
Once again, the Native Americans killing the buzz for everyone else.
But no, I am actually planning on moving. It's not a decision I came to lightly. I was actually going to try to repair the place I'm in, but after the last week and a half, the plan was to move the trailer back 14 foot and then raise it up 2 foot higher. However, I've called 6 different companies that moves and handles movements of trailers, and they won't lift this place up because 1, it's so old, 2, where it's at, and 3, they want me to sign a waiver saying that if they accidentally damage the trailer or snap it in half while doing this, I still pay them the $2,000 to $3,000 it's going to take to move it. And it's like, no. So after that, and climbing underneath and checking the underneath side out, and after going through a bunch of shit in the shop, because we lost a ton of shit. And it's actually kind of heartbreaking for me, because a lot of it is like my old Boy Scout and 4-H stuff that we had in boxes on the floor of the shop. So, I mean, old merit badge books that you can't get no more. or they've changed them so freaking much that it's just, yeah, ruined. Trophies, like 3 or 4 boxes of trophies, plaques, and medals that I had from school, and both Voyage and Boy Scouts, gone, ruined. And this water is like, oh god, it's so fucking nasty. It leaves a fucking slime residue. It's nasty to go through this fucking shit and go through it. So it's like, I'm just gonna find another place that's higher up, possibly a bigger place that's actually constructed, and possibly with better internet.
Better internet would be good.
No. So anywhere out of my area, I have the capability of getting 1,000 up and 1,000 down. But I've got to be out of this area.
So get out of the area.
I'm going to. Here's the problem. I hate realtors, and the type of loan I'm going for is very fucking strict on what I can and can't buy. So it's possibly got to take some time. Because every house in this area is either has somewhat that needs to be done, that needs renovated in some way, or there's some sort of damage that needs repaired, and that's just the way this area is. This old fucking houses and all that good shit. It's rarely you see any kind of new constructions or a place newly remodeled for sale. Those are way rare. And my loan is through the Cherokee Nation. It's a type of loan that they offer Native American citizens, and it's like 2.87% interest. I don't have to have a down payment, and it's actually really easy to get qualified for. So that's what I'm doing. But they require it to be either a new construction, a new double wide, or a new modular, or a pre-existing house that is turnkey, ready to live in, no work needed. So it's hard trying to find a place somewhere. The best way is going to be is either buy a lot of land somewhere and build a house, or get a modular double wide. That's what's looking like. It's got to be the easiest, but that's also got to take time.
So, wait. I know I said this before, but I gotta say it again. Your Native American loan wants to put you in a trailer park.
Not really a trailer park.
No, they want him to have a. It makes sense to me. It's not they want him in a trailer park or like that. It's that they want him to have a viable home that can be moved if necessary. Because the Native Americans, look, you guys know I can't stand systematic racism. But if there is systematic racism anywhere in the world, it's against the natives. They've been fucked over more than anybody else, and they're continuously fucked over by the American government. I don't think the African Americans have anything to worry about. I don't think women have anything. I think the natives have a lot to worry about. So telling you, look, we'll give you money for a brand new double wide, that's a good investment from the perspective of somebody who goes, I could be forced out of my home like that. So, and they're also saying, we're only going to give you money for something brand new and ready to roll. And that's also a good investment. We're not going to give you money for a broken down piece of trash. We're going to give you money for something perfect.
Yeah.
And while it's stringent, and while the rules may seem awful and not helpful, in fact, they're very helpful as long as you follow with them, because the intent is to set you up as well as possible for an uncertain future. When I was younger, I spent a week out on one of the reservations in the Dakotas. I think it was North Dakota, but don't quote me on that. But I spent some time out in Dakota on the res, and I was mostly helping to do reservations, basic housekeeping, renovations, basic housekeeping, gardening, that kind of stuff. And I've been in a lot of shit neighborhoods in my life, and I have never seen a place so overwhelmed by depression in my entire existence. The rundown little villages in Iraq didn't look so bad. People there they had no real hope. When we came through, they didn't believe we were going to do anything for them at all when we came by. when we left, they were ridiculously thankful that we'd done anything at all.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, I understand that it's definitely stressful, and it's like, well, can I just get a place that's, if it's a little run down, why does that matter? Well, it's because a lot of these reservation organizations are based on the reservations themselves.
Mm-hmm.
And so the whole point is that they know what it could be like. And so they want you to get something absolutely perfect for you, just in case something dumb happens. And you can hook a double wide or even a triple wide. You can hook it up to the back of a decent truck and roll.
Yep. And Rackus, you're exactly right. The criteria is actually exactly the same as a VA. And that's what the loan officer was telling me about. So, you know what? And that's fine. For how it is and the type of interest, I mean, fuck, you go anywhere else or you look at different interest rates, it can be 10% or 14% interest that you got to pay on for a 30-year loan. And for them, it's like 2.87 and it doesn't change. It doesn't matter if the fucking market crashes or what, it stays the same. So, I mean, I can't complain about it. It just sucks because it takes time, and it's time that, black mold can settle into this place, which I'm actually afraid it's starting to. So,
speaking from experience, and I think Rack has some experience on that too. But for those of you who don't have experience with government loans for things like Native American stuff or the VA, for instance, they're a huge pain in the ass. But as long as you make all the qualifications, you're guaranteed to get it. It's not like a bank who can change their mind at the last second. And usually, I think you said already, it's at a fixed rate and all that kind of stuff. I mean, it's solid. You're going to be okay with that.
Yeah, I mean, it's and I'm already approved for it. I qualify for it. I just some paperwork and some things I gotta show. But that's
well, of course you're qualified for it. All you have to do is be like, I'm more native than Elizabeth Warren. and you qualify. That's how that works.
And you know what? That's actually the easiest thing right there for me. The hardest shit is going to be like providing. And this is shit I've got to have to go through boxes or go through online and find 2 years worth of W-2s, 2 years worth of paycheck stubs, 2 years worth of bank statements, 2 years worth of my credit history. They require you to show histories of all your payments not being late for a 1 to 2 year period. I mean, I went through all of it. I qualify for all of it. I just got to give them the paperwork and then sign the papers and then go through the back and forth with realtors and the loan officer going, yep, this is good. Nope, this is good. So, yeah, it's a pain in the ass, but in the end, it'll be worth it.
Well, anything to get you out of the man-made lake that you live in.
You know what? You're not wrong. It is a man-made lake, so... And I'll dox myself a little bit because it's actually fun little trivia history. The town I lived by back a long time ago used to be called Twin Rivers. Twin Rivers. So you can figure that one out. But that's what I've been going through for the last week, and it's just I've never went through and I've never had to sit down and actually do this before. So it's a learning experience, pain in the ass, but it's actually more interesting on how it's done. So
I've
my whole thing I was worried about is because I went through a bankruptcy 5 years ago, and the longest time I thought that was gonna fuck me over, and it's not.
So, I got something I can talk about. It's not a shameless plug for my brand new T-shirt, Bloodmouth Cars. You can get it on my TeePublic with the links in the chat. I have something I can talk about. It's a conversation I'm currently in on the Twatters.
Yeah.
And I can send you the link if you'd like there, Antoine.
Sure.
Give me 1 second here. No, it's not actually all that bad there, Sparkitude. It's an interesting conversation. I'm not sure what direction to end up in. So somebody, and you're gonna put the name up there. So I guess Catherine P. I don't know. I don't know.
Do you want me to start from yours or start from hers that you're responding to?
The link that I sent you is probably just the best way to do it. I'll read it aloud.
Okay.
Now I'll be honest. I will admit before we start. Let me be clear. I did not read the previous conversation that she was a part of. I will admit that wholeheartedly. I didn't read it because the only thing I wanted to address is what she said specifically here, which is people go in the military for 3 reasons. They're drafted against their will, they need the money, or they want to shoot people. The last 2 are usually covertly hidden by the phrase they want to serve their country. Now, I'm a vet, and I know a lot of vets, and my father's a vet, and I took some offense to that. So I retweeted it, and I said, utter bullshit. I joined because I knew the Army could provide a path to success for me and the family that I, at that time of my life, thought I was about to create. It wasn't just money, it was a sense of belonging, a direction, purpose, a job that meant more than cashiering. And so then I got a response in which she said, you basically just stated success, which translates to issue of money. Given other options, the military would probably have never come onto your radar. My criticism is the circumstances people face and the people being screwed over. To which I said, no, I mean a whole number of things, the vast majority of them being pride of accomplishment, of knowing my family is safe, of, again, belonging to something greater. Success is not just monetary. The response was that the reason there's terrorism in America is because America has been financing adverse factions in the Middle East for decades. It's all documented. You can read your government reports online. What you suggest, any other avenue in life would not be successful. To which I said, nah, you're being absolutist. I said, and I'll quote, I joined because I knew the Army could provide a path to success for me. For me is an important phrase. It was a path for me, which implies that it's not for everyone else, possibly. Drop the black and white, then come back. She responded. She goes, how many other options did you have? I'm not blaming you. I'm blaming the people that limited your options for their own personal gain. To which I said, so you're blaming me then? Complete honesty, the only person who limited my options was me. I screwed around my last 2 years of high school and I refused to be a cashier because I was an arrogant kid. To which she responded with, you screwed around because the inadequate education system didn't inspire or challenge you. When a country allows kids to join the military before they can legally purchase alcohol, how can you not call that a setup? Now, at this point, which was roughly 10 minutes ago, I started to get a little bit upset. And I don't mean like ragingly angry, just annoyed.
Oh,
because
I'm at that point right now. But continue, sir. Go for it. Go. We will. Are you there? Hello? Did he die? I think he died.
His internet killed him.
Yep. Yeah.
I returned?
You returned.
Oh god, that was awful. So you were saying?
I'm at that point that you are right now.
Annoyed?
Yeah, because now they're just, because I've basically stated that they don't know my life. I've been called a psychopath, a misogynist, I hate women, I need to listen to women.
Well, like I said, I'm not angry at this person. I am a little frustrated because I feel like I'm being told, no, it wasn't your fault, it wasn't your fault. I know exactly whose fault it was. So I said, I refuse to blame my own choices on an education that I didn't take advantage of. I also refuse to let someone else take responsibility for my actions. It wasn't a setup in the least. I made my own choices throughout. No one lied to me or railroaded me. To which she says, if they didn't ensure kids screwing around, if everybody was given opportunities and potential, we'll be left to fight the oil wars. They actively need kids to screw about, or no one will be left to sign up. At this point, I'm starting to think this person's a troll, and I'm a little worried about that. If they are a troll, I fell for it hook, line, and sinker. But otherwise, I respond with, I really don't understand why you refuse to allow people to be responsible for their own actions. No one encouraged me to screw up. In fact, my teachers were point blank refusing to fail me. The only reason I didn't fail is because they gave me so many opportunities. I mean, And if this person's not trolling, then the only thing I can think of is that this is one of those situations in which there's a group of people out there. I don't necessarily know if they're the left, although if you hate the military, you usually end up far left.
Yeah, I can agree with that statement.
I think his internet died
Again? God
yeah,
damn
because
it.
that sounded like it was mid-sentence.
Yeah, that was mid-sentence. Well, alright. So I'm going to call some people out while we're waiting for him to come back. His name is Two Ears for Listening. If you want, I will here. Let's
I'll call someone out too, but yeah, I don't want to get that bullshit started again, so I'm not.
No, Two Ears for Listening at Lloyd US 2215137. You keep spouting bullshit. You keep accusing me of things. I have sent you the link. I have told you to come on and defend yourself. You want to talk about shit like that, that's fine. The people who know me, those of you who are in the chat, know things about me because I've said them. I've stated them openly. I am not. All right. Apparently, Zach is a little upset about his internet.
I will be too.
Yeah, we can look. We're gonna open up the phone lines. It's fine. We'll open them up if you guys want to come in. I'm getting a little annoyed with my keyboard because I don't know how to fix the R button. So.
Do you have a soldering iron? I can help you.
No, I think it's something that when I was slapping the keyboard around, that it deleted the R key. So I think I just have to reset it. One, I'm not a misogynist. As Antoine would say, I love women. I love everything about them. I love how they look. I love how they taste. I love how they feel. I love how they sound. I love how they smell. Do I find rape funny? The act itself I find horrible. I find vicious. I think it's vile. Are rape jokes funny? I can't personally say that all rape jokes are not funny. I have laughed at some. I've made some. But I understand that they are a joke. Words cannot hurt people. And in this conversation with these fucking insane people, I have come to understand that they honestly believe that words can hurt people. They honestly believe that you saying something they don't like is equal and allows them to throw a punch at you. I abhor violence. I understand violence is necessary at times, but I abhor it. If you can't handle jokes, if you can't handle conversation, if you can't handle sarcasm, you need to lock yourself away, take yourself off the internet, and ignore people completely. People out there that deal with this stuff and then go ahead and accuse. Oh, and by the way, the tactic of saying you're getting defensive about this, it must be true. What you're saying is, Taylor?
Yes.
Taylor, you're a rapist.
That's funny, Antoine.
Well, you're not denying it, so it must be true.
Okay, provide proof. There you go.
See,
Next.
You're still denying it, though. You're still not denying it. You're trying to shift. You're trying to get away from it.
Here's a problem. It's innocent until proven guilty, not guilty until proven innocent. So
that means that you are. I'm giving examples.
Yeah, I know. And it's annoying as all fuck.
So, if I keep accusing you of something that you don't do, you're going to keep denying it. And in these fucks' minds, that means that you are denying it so hard because it's really true. You know, I had something like this happen before. Now, everyone knows, well, new people don't know this, but the regulars in the chat know something. Know that Sarah and I are in a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
This didn't happen until Valentine's Day. I was cliche, I was cheesy. You know, I asked her out on Valentine's Day. That was our first date, Valentine's Day. Yes, I know, I'm a romantic. Deal with it. Before that, there were rumors going around that she was cheating on her ex-husband with me. That there's something going on.
Yeah, I remember that whole bullshit scenario.
And because I denied it, because Sarah denied it, we were then told, well, see, now that's interesting that you're denying it. It must mean it's true.
Yeah. And then they turn around and then they ask, oh, God, that whole fucking deal pissed me off.
So, yeah, it's
funny, too. It's funny how people on the outside of a conversation go, well, this must be what it is. This must be how it goes. When you got, you know, side A of the conversation, you. Side B of the conversation, Ishtar. Side C of the conversation, KG. All saying that that's not true. And yet, people come out saying, oh, no, it's got to be this one. And it's like, yeah, when it comes to that, I learned a lot of things. Especially the last 3 or 4 weeks on Twitter. And that is just the fucking norm. And I've been getting better at it. I mean, I'm to the point of somebody wants to lob insults or make accusations, like, block. I don't have time or the patience to go through and do that, to argue senselessly about something, as you know, a couple people on Twitter has figured out. And I know they're still bitching about it because they got blocked by me. Oh, well. I haven't really brought up a conversation or say anything about them or anything like that since then. It's like, do what you want. So, and I try to, and I'm not like you or Anti-Hero or no, Zach, Antoine. I stopped actively seeking or jumping into conversations like that because the simple fact, I've got way too much shit on my plate as it is, and I don't need to fucking involve myself in stuff like that.
No, I understand that. It's just more it's more of me dealing with the fact that I don't like. Okay, so I've already stated this. I have asked every single one of these people to come on and talk about this because a lot is lost in text, right? Emotion is lost in text.
Yes.
It's easier for me to talk to you back and forth than if we were going back and forth on Twitter. You can hear the sincerity in my voice. You can hear if I'm getting angry. You can hear if I'm passively ignoring you. You can hear me do whatever. You can hear it. You can't see it because we're not looking at each other, so the body language context isn't there. But you can hear the inflections and the tones, and you can then make it so where you understand what I'm saying. You knew when I said, Sparky, you're a rapist, that it wasn't me actually accusing you. Yeah. You knew for a fact, by knowing me, you know for a fact I'm not going to say that to you. That I'm not going to accuse you of something like that in public. Like, if it came down to it and, like, Captain Hook came to me in private and said something, we would not be having this conversation publicly.
Oh, yeah, trust me, I know.
But the fact that you keep, not you, Sparky, but the fact that these people continue to spout bullshit, continue to assert things, and then automatically, because that person denies it, thinks it's true. This is a Kafka trap. If you deny it, it's true. If you admit to it, it's true. Regardless, their opinion of you is what is true. It is a confirmation. It is a confirmation of their own bias. And when they have people around them who say the exact same thing over and over and over again, who hit the like button, who tell them who they're getting agreements from the same fucking people who have been having the same goddamn arguments, it's going to get to a point where they're like, yep, I know for a fact this person is that way. It's why they hate people like Crowder. You can go to some of these. I've been watching it, dude. You can go to protests of Ben Shapiro and ask them why don't you like him? Oh, I don't know. There are things he says that I don't agree with. Like what? Oh, there's so many things. Name one. And then it comes down to it, well, I was just told to come here because my friend wants to do this. You should really be talking to them.
Yeah. Yeah. Now, opinions.
Hey, there's someone new in the chat. Hold on real quick, Sparky. Someone new in the chat. Hello, Man Squatch. I haven't seen you here before. Nice to see you. Says, help for the guild list. Reminds me of a story I heard. At a cocktail party, a woman once said, how did Nixon win? No one I know voted for him. If you hang out in an echo chamber, you are limited. Oh, how's it going, Ray?
That's, I was reading.
Oh, you were. You did rename yourself on Twitter. How's it going, Ray?
Yeah.
All right, makes sense.
But no, that's a really good phrase.
It is.
Really good saying right there.
It is. It's a great saying. Yeah. And it's true. You know what? I can't say no one I know voted for Trump because I know people who voted for Trump. I can't say no one I know voted for Hillary because I know people who voted for Hillary. I know people who voted for Bernie. I know people who didn't vote. Do you want to know why I know that I can't say that? Because I interact with people who have different viewpoints. When you sit in a goddamn echo chamber and think nothing but what people say is true, you lose the perspective of what's going on afterwards. And when you lose that fucking perspective, you become nothing more than a bullet point spouting asshat. And for those fucks who are who are on my Twitter, who are telling me I'm a misogynist, tell that to all the women that I've been with who absolutely fucking adored me. All right? Tell that to the girlfriend I have now, who not only bragged for 2 hours to her stylist while she was getting her hair done about how good I am for her. But tell that to my mother. Tell that to my female co-workers. Tell that to people who I've talked to on the street, who I give respect to first. And if it is not returned like these jackasses, that's when I take it away.
Yep. And opinions, everyone has an opinion. Whether if you like it, agree with it, or disagree with it. At the end of the day, their opinions. And yeah, they can be annoying and they can be wrong, but you know, their opinions. And when it comes down to something like that, it's kind of like the whole thing that came down between me and Pinoid 2 weeks ago. You know, he bitched 2 or 3 weeks solid because I blocked him. Well, I blocked him and I forgot about him. And the only reason why I blocked him is because, 1, he didn't know anything about me. 2, making accusations against me. 3, didn't want to have an actual conversation. He says he wants to talk and he wants to have conversations, but his form of talking conversations is, I'm right, you're wrong, you're going to listen to me, or get the fuck off the internet.
No, Spectre and I got into it about 3 weeks ago on Twitter. Spectre said, okay, if you don't like Jeremy Hambley, you don't like the quartering, that's fine. I don't care. I really don't fucking care if you like him or not. I don't care who you watch. But he said that something that happened proved that the quartering was a bitch. Now, I said that is your opinion. It is neither right nor wrong. There is nothing factually inaccurate about that statement. He took that as me trying to prove that Jeremy isn't a bitch. So he brought up examples. He brought up a bunch of examples about how Medicare, he and Medicare got into it. Medicare proved he was a bitch. He and someone else got into it and proved Jeremy was a bitch. And my response to that was, all right, he lost. That doesn't make him a bitch. He showed up. And since I didn't know about one that he did with Keemstar, I couldn't use that as an example. But out of 3 of the 4 examples that were brought up, Jeremy showed up whether he won or lost. That doesn't make him a bitch. But regardless of the fact, it is your opinion. It is neither right nor wrong. You can get people who agree with it. You can get people who disagree with it. Your opinion is not a fact. And the fucks that are doing this shit, the fucks that think that they have the moral high ground and all that stuff, your opinion is not factual.
Well, I find that funny, especially coming from Spectre. Now, I don't have an issue with Spectre. My issues got resolved long ago. He can do what he wants. He can say what he wants and stuff like that. It's what the fuck ever. But I find it funny, especially since it seems like the last 3 or 4 weeks he's been kind of on a crusade tirade, going after some people because, talking to an underage girl and, making jokes and lewd comments and stuff like that, and on Discord and Twitter. And, I can't say don't do it. I can't say go ahead and do it. It's you do what you want. But I find it funny that somebody's going so hard and heavy at people, got upset at a fucking comment on YouTube video when someone supposedly said that they were a pedophile defender, when that's not what was said. And when asked to prove it, he couldn't prove it. And then when it was proved, tried twisting it around to what it was. That's all I got to say on it.
Excuse me.
And you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. My issue is quite simply, if you are going to state things as truth, and someone tells you to come have an actual conversation with them, and you can't do it, you look weak. And I will stand by that. Anybody in this chat or anybody who listens to this, if I say something that you disagree with, there is a caveat. I do have a life. I do have stuff that I do. I have work. I have sleep. I have meals to make. Things like that. So, if you hear something that I don't like, or that you don't like that I said, and you ask to either come on here, which I use Caffeinated or Die to talk about that stuff. Zach uses it too. Sparky, you can use it whenever you want. If I refuse to let you on, you can call me out on it. If I don't go to talk to someone because of something that they disagreed with me, call me out on it. Now, you can bring up Pinoid again, because I did not let him on MSNBC, but that's because 2 of the 3 guests that I was on, or 2 of my 3 hosts that were on there, did not want him on. So...
Well, I'm not going to bring up Pinoid for that fact, because the simple fact, Pinoid's stance,
It's not even that. It's I didn't let him on, but at the same time,
your co-host
I went on to Doc's stream, and he and I had our confrontation. Yeah. We got $20 from Vort. He says, "Here, have $20 for your Fix the R Button Foundation." Thank you, Lord. I'm gonna fix it after the stream.
But yeah, it's you and me we have different viewpoints, and same with Anti-Hero. We have different viewpoints on how we handle stuff on social media. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's just we have our own way of doing things. You like to have a conversation with people, either being proven right, being proven wrong, having a talk conversation, pointing out stupidity and stuff like that. You have your way of doing it. And Zach has his way of doing stuff. He likes to troll a little bit. He likes to rile people up a little bit. But you get down right to it, you can have a conversation with them on Twitter and stuff like that. Me, I try, I'm working on it more now than ever. The stuff I post on Twitter is not trying to antagonize or rile people up, or I've stopped jumping into conversations like that because I find it pointless and meaningless. And like I said, I've got better things I can do in my time. Mostly, I just post stuff about games, anime, tech, and stuff I like. So when it comes down to having a conversation and calling people out, I really don't have a grounded basis of saying, yeah, let's talk about this, because let's face it, some of the shit I'm gonna talk about is gonna put people to sleep. So, but my viewpoints and my opinions are just that. They're my viewpoints and opinions. I don't see the need of having to defend them to people. If I agree with something that you don't agree with, I'm not going to try to defend it to you. You can like it, you cannot like it. That's all it's going to be. I do not have to defend myself to it. Now, if it's I'm calling you out on something, then yeah, I kind of need to step up and defend my stance on why I'm calling you out on something. But if it's something that I'm doing that somebody doesn't like, fuck them. I don't care. It's not going to affect you. It's not going to affect anyone else, to my viewpoints and my opinions and beliefs. I'm not asking people to, hey, you need to follow this, or hey, you need to go this way, or hey, this is what you need to believe in because what you're believing in is wrong. I don't do stuff like that. And
see, that's the thing. I'm this whole conversation I have had on Twitter has not been about saying someone's wrong.
yeah,
I was
know.
defending a concept. The concept of a joke. Now, someone actually asked me to define a joke. What I think of a joke is. Here's what I think a joke is. Something that titillates and amuses up to the point of laughter.
Yeah.
That doesn't necessarily mean that everyone is going to find it funny. But if there are people who did find it funny and the intent was as a joke, it is still a joke. Intent and context matter.
Yeah, and it's everyone's version of humor, and what's funny is different. Like I said, Peanut's version of humor is calling me a pussy ass insult faggot that looks to suck on his mama's teeth. And to him, that's probably funny. Probably to a couple of people that follow him, it's funny. It's not so funny to me. But you know what? It is what it is. I know he's fucking lying. I know he's wrong. It's like, whatever. You want to continue saying that? That's fine. You can say elsewhere and don't have to listen to it.
Yeah.
And that's usually how it goes. Kind of like I don't mind having conversations and talking things out. I really don't mind having conversations and talking things out live. But I do like to have conversations face to face, because I think that me and Zach's pretty much proved this. We cannot talk to each other on any kind of a text-based platform because we always misunderstand each other. Always. So for me and Zach, it's always best if we talk face to face, because we both suck at understanding each other. Yeah. And that's just what it is. Like you said, there's no depth of emotion or feeling. You can't get how someone else takes something in a text base, because it's all perceptual on that one person. Like I say to someone randomly in text-based phone, "Hey, motherfucker." Well, you don't know the intent of that. It could be, "Hey, motherfucker," or it could be, "Hey, motherfucker, what's up?"
Yeah. For a while there, my greeting to my friends was, "What's up, fuckers?" So.
Yeah.
Um,
And I work at a truck shop. Very fucking offensive.
Yeah. Real quick, we got Ray coming in saying, "I find that jokes work by providing unexpected outcomes for statements and stories. Thus, rape jokes provide this because rape is taboo and it juxtaposes terrible with silly. Example, how many incels does it take to screw in a light bulb? We don't know yet. Or we don't know. They keep defending the light bulb, but the light bulb just won't let the incels screw them in yet."
Okay.
Incels are involuntary celibate. It's talking... Sparky, it's talking about screwing. Get it? Ha ha ha. Screwing.
Yeah. Hang on. Let me.
Yeah. There you go. Load it up.
I actually didn't get that one.
Raz, we got another one you gotta bury. Yeah, that went over like a lead balloon. I thought it was funny. Thank you very much, Ray.
That's not lead balloon. That's lead balloon. So
No.
it's a very bright balloon.
It's an LED balloon.
But yeah. I mean, it's just, oh god, you can go on forever. And you know what? The topic, free speech, jokes, humor, and stuff like that. No one's gonna agree on it. No one's gonna come to a unitary, solitary definition of what something is. Everyone's gonna have their own way of thinking about it, and some people take shit too seriously. Some people don't get it. Some people just like to stir shit over it. It is what it is. Hey, man, Squatch. Hillary Clinton does not oppose free speech. She believes in bleach bet to get rid of all speech. And what? You're completely right. Sarcasm or tone of voice is really hard to transform to text unless you have Stephen King level literature skill or just overdo it. Just thinking here, and it's like, no, you're completely right. If you've looked at my literary ability and my grammar ability, my spelling ability, and I Harrow said it. He's literally has to translate because I fucking suck at it.
At least you still have use of your R key.
You're talking to someone that fed beer to his keyboard. I'm lucky I have a keyboard at all.
But it is that time. I did send the link to Rakist. Apparently he's too busy trying to get sex slaves and Conan to want to come on. But it's about that time, guys.
Oh, he sent you that picture too?
Yeah, we are a few minutes over, but that's fine. Thank you very much for joining us, everyone. I'm sorry. I'm sure Zach is very busted up about his internet being shit. He definitely loves being on the show and loves talking to you guys. So, for Zach and Taylor and myself, you are fucking late. Jesus, we're leaving. It's over.
Damn.
God damn, man. All right, so we will see you guys next time. I hope you guys enjoy the show. All the links and everything are in the description. If you want to follow Spark, if you want to follow Taylor, Zach, or anybody on Twitch, Twitter, or whatever, they got everything's down below. And we will see you guys next time. Have a good night, everybody.
Yeah. Take care, everyone.